So after arriving on site and setting up with all of our safety measures, the first thing we do is identify where the leak is coming from. Customer stated that it was pretty obvious, so I see a little bit of spray back here. I'm going to start the unit and see if I can manipulate it and make it leak. Oh, there it is. When arriving on site, after we identify the leak, it's important to take pictures and verify where the issue is. Oh yeah, I see it. This little guy right here. See the oil leaking out of that small little pinhole. All right, time to remove it. Is in a home and safe position before removing any hoses. Safety first. All right, we got our hose out. Our next step of the repair procedure is to identify our hoses. Easiest way to identify a hose is to check the ley line. All hose manufacturers leave all specifications on the ley line. Here we can see that it is a 1/4 inch hose and that is 5,000 psi. So in addition with identifying the hose, obviously we need to identify the fitting type and size. I can tell by looking at it that it is a British metric fitting. Also, JCB is pretty standard with the British metric, and equipment manufacturers are usually specific to the style and type of hoses. So we see that it's British, and we see that this one is a 90, and we see that this one is a straight. So we'll go to our British drawer, and we'll find our 0404 British because we know that it's 1/4 inch hose and we know that the connection is 1/4 inch. So we'll grab out our straight and grab out a 90. We have a roll of 1/4 inch here. This 1/4 inch hose is 2-wire and it is 5,800 psi. So at least match or exceed the expectations of the OEM hose. So then we'll measure our hose from fitting end to fitting end. So it's 37.5 inches. So I'll mark it there. And then I will mark it back to account for the fitting from end to end. Next part is we'll cut the hose. Blow the hose out, clear it of any debris. After cutting the hoses and blowing them out, we'll take our fittings and we'll measure the ferrule to the hose and make a mark. This is to ensure that we push the hose inside of the crimp-on ferrule far enough to grab all of the teeth inside of the ferrule. This ensures that there is no failures at the crimp. some of the harder fittings, we use a quick drying silicone to help us press on the fitting. Our crimpers use multiple dies for the different size hoses, so they need to be changed according to the size hose that you are crimping. All of our hoses have a crimp setting specified by the manufacturer. All of our hoses are crimped to the specification of the manufacturer and are double checked using a caliper. We are inside spec. Now that our hose assembly is complete, we can install. When installing the hose, we always properly route it, taking notice of where all hoses were routed through, in between, under, over, etc. Extremely important. And we dry it off just to confirm. Things good. Fire it up. All hydraulic functions are tested for the unit before leaving the site. We always take our time at the end of any job to clean off any residual oil. It keeps any confusion of any additional repairs needed out of question. After completing any job, it's important to take photos to show the work that we've done.